federal and complying with congressional subpoenas. To date, they have not. And you touched on this as well, but I thought you were going to hear a lot of use the privilege of the current executive, right? I mean, if the Trump administration, if former President Trump says he wants their privilege, doesn't the administration
Stop this.
Stop the genocide.
Stop the genocide.
Stop the genocide.
And Nigeria.
To save lives.
And Nigeria.
Serious side effect that may be fatal. Rare but life-threatening bacterial infection and skin of the Caribbean are now taking charge.
What do we want, people? What do we want, people? When do we want this? When do we want this? My good people of southern part of Nigeria. I'm talking about Yoruba people in the southwest, Igbo people in the south, all the people in the southern part of Nigeria, and the middle belt. We, the southern people of Nigeria, are on the street of our virus, and we are proclaiming our right to self-determination. We want referendum now. The killings must stop. The genocide must stop. The ethnic cleansing must stop. We are calling on the people of the world that they should not put their hands and allow terrorism to continue on the country of in Nigeria. The present government of Mr. Buhari is a terrorist government. This is a government that has armed a militia that is out to grab the indigenous land. And we, the people, are saying no to land grab, no to ethnic cleansing, no to genocide. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist.
Which side? Okay.
Who are these? Kids cannot go to school. More than 10 million kids are not in school. Nigeria is the most capital poverty of the world. Buhari is the commander of the Nigerian terrorist group. We have Fulani herdsmen ruling Nigeria. Can you imagine that? We have herdsmen ruling Nigeria, terrorists ruling Nigeria, criminals ruling Nigeria. We don't want that. Stop the protection of Nigeria. Stop the killing now. Stop killing innocent Nigerians now. Stop killing the Christians in Nigeria now. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Stop all organized crime in Nigeria. We have a Senate of what? Criminals. We have a Senate of criminals in Nigeria. Stop the situation. Stop the exploitation of Nigeria. Stop the terrorist exploitation of Nigeria. Terrorists are killing Nigerians, killing ordinary citizens, killing Christians. Your silence is killing us. You guys do something. Your silence is killing us. You guys do something. Silence is killing us. You guys do something. Your silence is killing us. Joe Biden, do something. Your silence is killing us. Joe Biden, do something. Your silence is killing us. UN, do something. Your silence is killing us. Britain, do something. Your silence is killing us. China, do something. Your silence is killing us. Security Council, do something. Your silence is killing us. UN, do something. Your silence is killing us. EU, do something. Your silence is killing us. Canada, do something. Your silence is killing us. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. In Nigeria to supply. 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 Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Sunday Igboho now. Free Sunday Igboho now. Free Sunday Igboho now. Free Sunday Igboho now. Free Lady K 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 now. Agitation is more crime.
Ngazi. To use Yoruba language. Get to Igbo to use Igbo language. Sabonu somebody now. Buhari. Sabonu Buhari. Sabo Buhari. Igbo. ndị Igbo. Biafra. Yoruba.
agitating in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south, because there is no justice in Nigeria. There is inequality. There is unfairness. There is nepotism. That is why we have all the self-agitators all over Nigeria. Buhari must go. Buhari has destroyed Nigeria. Buhari must go. Buhari has destroyed Nigeria. Officer.
Go up on the sidewalk and then make a left where that person's walking towards me. There's a gate right there to get in here.
Okay. Thank you. We are at the Freedom Center in Atlanta, Georgia. This is called the Freedom Center. And this is a house, the capital for Atlanta, Georgia. This is where the governor, the congressmen, and the senator, this is where they hold their meetings. So we're at the... Stay on top on the second one. First and second. First and second. That's it. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Step. Don't fall down. Step. Sister, hold this for me. Make I set this camera. Just hold on. We are marching without police harassment.
Yes. No. Okay. No, I have a program one by one.
Nigeria has nothing like Nigeria. We want referendum. We want freedom to move around. We want freedom to worship our God. We want freedom as human beings. We don't have something in Nigeria, so therefore we are asking for referendum. We don't have something. We want our freedom. We don't want to have government. We want our freedom. Let us go to our own different ways. There is nothing like Nigeria. We want referendum right. Referendum right. Freedom right. Freedom to worship right. Freedom to move around. We cannot even move around in Nigeria after 6 p.m. What a shame. What a shame. You will be in their home. They will come and want you down. You will be in their farm. They will chase the cows, the chestnuts, and eat your crops. And the women, they are running out of shelter. They can't say anything. Before you know it, they're raptured. Even the pregnant woman, they are left on their children. We don't want Nigeria. We want freedom.
Nigeria, there is none. The teachers have not been paid. Students are not going to school. The workers are not paid. The roads are not tied. The streets are not light. And every day they kill people. Our politicians go abroad for medical services while their people are suffering in Nigeria. So my brothers, my sisters, today we are calling for what? Referendum. We're calling for what? Everybody shout it! Everybody shout it! I can't hear you! I can't hear you! Shout it! Good. So we're going to have speeches. Okay? So we want everybody to walk into the field and stay. Then we're going to have speeches by the podium. Thank you very much. Watch the staircase, please. Yeah.
What do we want? What do we want? Please, everybody come in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right
Come
here.
on, come on.
You did?
Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Let
Thank you so much.
Let them stay here.
Stay around the
You
class.
you can
Stay
sit on the
around here.
you can sit
And
on the
we're going to
ground.
have the speakers talk to us. Thank you so much. You can relax. You can sit down if you want to. It's a beautiful class. You can sit down and listen.
We have the list.
Yes,
Yes. It's gonna do. They have it. They are called.
People of Nigeria. Come on, you can sit down. Good afternoon, Atlanta.
Good afternoon, Georgia. Good afternoon, USA. Good afternoon, the world. Again, we're rallying today to bring awareness to the genocide and the carnage that is going on in Nigeria. So to officially open this event, I'm going to call on Dr. Ngozi Orakweze to welcome everyone to this event. Dr. Orakweze.
No check. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful place. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful city. We are here live in Atlanta, Georgia, to tell people, to tell Nigerian government to stop killing its own citizens. We want to tell Nigerian government, Nigerian military, Nigerian police, Nigerian DSS to stop killing Nigerian citizens and respect the choice of referendum. When Nigeria says they want to be on their own, you need to respect that. Nigeria government, you don't own the country. You are only a president. Before time, your time will be up and you will be out. Respect the opinions of Nigerians. So I want to welcome the representative of Igbo Union Atlanta. They are the one that put this event together. And without them, we are not going to let the world know what we are doing. Everybody put your hands together for the Vice President of Igbo Union, EQROC.
Trees to trap profit pollution and healthy natural systems of our resilient. Impacts.
Why he said that already? Why he said that already? Nigerian people want referendum. It is our self-determination, freedom, under the international.
Please, I will take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you. Atlanta, you made us proud. We like your movement. I know you might think that this is not happening like we anticipated. It is happening. It's going all over the world. We thank you. Our president is running. No, he's coming. He's just running late.
Oh, the president.
Yes. So, please, we don't have too much. When he comes, he will still address you. It's on the program. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Dr. So at this point, I'm going to just read a small address. Basically, it's to summarize why we're doing what we're doing.
Just one minute. I gotta get this.
So as we celebrate today's restoration of the three national monuments, we're also committed to building back better as we tackle our climate crisis. And with that, I still want to introduce my
In the United States of America, in the United States Declaration of Independence, it states that we hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But for millions of people in Nigeria, though they obtained independence from the British in 1960, today, over 150 million people have lost their independence or sovereignty. They are living under apartheid. They are being killed with impunity, and they are not allowed to progress or pursue happiness. According to the United Nations, over 400,000 Christians, I repeat, over 400,000 Christians and other indigenous Nigerians have been killed by the non-indigenous Fulani herdsmen and other terrorists, including Boko Haram and ISIS, without the Buhari government taking any action to stop the genocide. Not only is the government not taking any step to protect the defenseless Christians, the International Criminal Court in December 2020 stated that there is a reasonable basis to believe that the Nigerian armed forces have committed crimes against humanity that rises to the level of war crimes.
Yes. Yes.
Also, in December 2020, the United States placed Nigeria on the blacklist for egregious religious violations. So we are here today representing various groups from the south of Nigeria to wake the world up to the genocide going on in Nigeria and the fact that the nationhood of ethnic nationalities from the Middle Belt to the south has been hijacked by the non-indigenous Fulani minority working with international conspirators. The United Nations sent a special rapporteur to Nigeria in 2019 to independently assess the situation, and Agnes Kalamad reported that the constitutional arrangements in Nigeria was a pressure cooker of injustice and urged that urgent action was needed. Today, the Buhari government has succeeded in driving over 80 million people into abject poverty. That government has abandoned over 400 million people who are displaced from their land, and the almost 2 million living in squalid IDP camps. Buhari's government has failed to stop the Fulani herdsmen from the daily massacre of Christians, and that government has carried out numerous infringements on human rights and the very right to life. We are here today demanding that the United Nations work with NINA, the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, that have filed a constitutional force majeure to end the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. The instrument identified by the United Nations has been the pressure cooker for injustice and the administration of referendum to restore the nations that are illegally dissolved into unitary Nigeria. We are demanding that the world leaders sanction Nigeria, stop the sale of arms and the giving of loans, as these are being used to terrorize defenseless Christians. At this moment, I'm going to read out the names of victims that have been massacred by the terrorists, the different terrorist groups: Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, ISIS, ISWAP, and recently West African Taliban. So I will read out the names of the people who have been massacred. And after reading out the names, I will ask that we give them a moment of silence to honor their memory. In August of 2021, there were people macheted and gunned down in Jos in Plateau State. These are the names of those individuals who were victims to the terrorist attack. Daniel Ganga, 100 years old, 110 years old. Ulos Bagundu, 45 years old. Joanna Bala, 42 years old. Joshua Daniel, 40 years old. Samson Danjuma, 26 years old. Michael Musa, 25 years old. Timothy Petros, 25 years old. Natalia Amos, 24 years old. Philemon Petrus, 22-year-old. Umeni Joshua, male, 22. Dashi Daniel Ganga, female, 90. Mercy Daniel Ganga, female, 40. You can see the trend. I've named like a couple of family members that was massacred. Multiple people in a family were being killed senselessly. Monica Aishaya, female, 38 years old. Rejoice Bala, female, 19. Blessing Joshua, female, 15. Naomi Joshua, female, 12. That's the second Joshua, right? Abuka Beatrice, that's like the fifth Beatrice, 75 years old. Kahunu Solomon, 18, male. Silvanos Dauda, male, 17. Barnabas Hosea, male, 17. Look at the ages of the people that are being killed. Young people being brought down in their prime. Our future being cut down. So merciless. Ephraim Hosea, male, 9. Titus Ajida, male, 16. Joanna Beatrice, male, 17. Titus Beatrice, male, 13. Alima Asabulu, female, 90. Sylvia Ajida, female, 56. Paulina Asabulu, female, 50. Deborah Asabulu, female, 37. 2 Asabulu in the same family. Bridget Nathaniel, female, 20. Susanna Ishaya, female, 13. Lovina Marcos, female, 8. Goodness Bala, female, 5. Tiamara Ashaya, female, 4 years old. These are the names of the individuals who were brutally murdered. So at this moment, I'll ask that we give them a moment of silence to honor their memory. May their souls rest in peace. Amen. Again, may their souls rest in perfect peace. Amen. We are calling on the good people of the world to please hold Buhari's administration accountable, because this administration has been complicit. They have been involved in the terrorism that is plaguing our people. So at this point, I'm also going to just read quickly. I'm going to call on Mr. Stephen Faleti to come address us on peaceful separation through independent referendum. Mr. Stephen Faleti. Just a few words of wisdom. Thank you, sir.
Let me mic you. Sister, no go. Thank you. Okay. Now pull your shirt for me, make I put on there. No, pull them out. Hold it for me. Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon. Since its independence in 1960, the geopolitical contraption called Nigeria and its poor citizens have experienced a cycle of corruption, bad governance, and inhumane treatments. We have experienced a cycle of one corrupt military government after another. Little did we know that corruption and bad government was the least of our problems. Little did we know that there is a calculated attempt to colonize, even after independence, to colonize and hold in captivity the indigenous people of Nigeria. We have flyers here that indicate a primary son of the Fulani government, named or surnamed Ahmad Bello, stating affirmatively that he expects that the Nigerian estate will be governed by the people of the North and will hold the minority responsible as slaves. Little did we know that the circle of a military government was the least of our problems. Little did we know that there is a caliphate in the planning. Little did we know that there's a constitution that was being created specifically to undermine the majority of the people of Nigeria, to undermine the indigenous people of Nigeria, the Yoruba people, the Lower Niger people, the Middle Belt people, the good people of Igbo land. Little did we know that the Northern Caliphate had an agenda that goes way beyond the corruption, that the military were being used as a proxy. Then we went through this constitution and found out that it was fashioned specifically to do nothing but to make us captives in our fatherland, to make us captives even as the indigenous owners of the land. To this end, we realized that we need an instrument to get us out of captivity and give us the freedom that our forefathers guaranteed us, to bring into limelight the plan of Ahmadu Bello to continue the work of the so-called grandfather of Madam Fodio, the monkey, the grand monkey of the Futajalon Mountains. Then we decided, as my sister has so rightly stated, that we instituted the constitutional force majeure specifically to invalidate, to repudiate, and to terminate that faulty fraudulent constitution of 1999 with one goal and one goal in mind, to give us an opportunity to call the global community for a referendum, to grant us an opportunity to vote as a free people for our self-determination. For this reason, we are asking the global community to grant us nothing but referendum, nothing but referendum, nothing but referendum. Thank you.
Thank you, our father, Mr. Stephen Falesi. I'm going to call on Professor Emeritus Aki Ogulade to briefly speak to us about stopping open grazing on our land.
Sorry. Okay. I've been given just 2 minutes, and I'm sure I won't disappoint you. Indigenous people of Nigeria,
yes,
go
sir.
Indigenous,
Go, sir.
Indigenous,
Go, sir.
We must get those nations.
Yes.
And those nations are what? Yoruba nation,
Yes.
Igbo nation,
Biafra nation, Lower Niger Complex nation, Middle Delta nation.
yes, because we are peaceful people that wants to use a due process and legal ways of attaining this is what? Referendum. Yes. I've been asked to speak on the effects of open grazing on our land. Open grazing, okay. Open grazing has taught on 2 damages to our economic survival in that part of the contraction called Nigeria. Nigeria expired in 2014 because the amalgamation that amalgamated the northern and south protectorates was signed into law by the Imperial British government. And that expired after 100 years, 2014. So we are now operating as an illegal entity. And that is why we say the legal people in that country want their own freedom, their own liberation, their own emancipation through peaceful, legitimate means. The Roman Emperor said in the past, he said, India moris fraternity member, frater frater interfect, which means unmindful of brotherly love, brothers have been set together to kill each other. We are not using the judicial, we are not saying we want to judge, but we know that the whole world has judged the Buhari-led government to be illegitimate, to be corrupt, to be just a diplomatic kind of government that harbors corruption, shenanigans, and all the vices that you can think of in this world. How can you imagine a population of 3% trying to dominate the entire over 200 million people? That is unacceptable anywhere in the world because they have propagated the machinery through these concocted census figures that says the northern people are more populated than us. But that is a ruse. It's a ruse. It's a major ruse. So, and no southern person has ever heard that ambit of that population census. All we have been doing is the Fulani heading it and just giving us figures. They have been using that as that rules to rule us illegally. But we are saying no now. Because if you come to the southern part of the country, the populated portions of our people are very educated. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have professors, we have people. So our Yoruba nation, our Igbo nation will not suffer with any resources. We have the human resources, we have the physical resources to make that those countries the best of any nation. That was practiced in the past. When Eastern Nigeria, under Dr. Namidas, under the Yoruba nation, under Chief Obadan Awolowo, we excelled and we ruled the world. We had the first television in Africa. That's in 1956. And Britain only had television before Yoruba nation, just 2 years ahead. The best university in the world were in those parts of the world. University of Nigeria, Nsukka, University of Afema Awolowo, University Ife. They were great. When some of us came after graduation from there, came to the United States, we were here the best that land can produce. What has happened? So because of corruption and a lot of moles within us colluded with the Fulani to just take our rights from us. To give our rights because of the little penny, the crumbs on the table that are taken under the Fulani. But we are saying now that that's not so. And no nation in the world, no civilized nation practices open grazing. When you go to somebody's farmland and grab it by force, and what brings that is economic growth. The economy becomes horrible. The economy is decimated because you go to somebody's farm and take over the land. That is unacceptable anywhere. We are asking for our rights. And asking for our rights is not a privilege. It is a right that must be given. And the United Nations Charter guarantees all human rights. And education has been the right of individuals. You know what they did now? To just actually set up private universities to make money. In the past, when we had 5 good universities, that was not like private universities. So I'm saying that we in unison say no to open grazing. No to open grazing. We don't want to continue. We want our free nation, the Afro nation, we want our Yoruba nation to exist peacefully. So we will manage ourselves and we do that nation too, and the southern nation. So, but in summary, we said we are peaceful. We are not judging those people are not the cause, but we are saying the whole world knows that they have followed, they have taken corruption, and they are no. We are saying no to that. No, no, no. Okay. Yes, yes.
I think the power
referendum. We want it to be created when? Now. What's up?
Who has a
Thank you, sir. Another.
iPhone cable?
My
iPhone power cable.
To please enlighten us about the release of political prisoners.
Is that iPhone?
No, it's not.
Who has iPhone? Who has iPhone charger? You do? Please. iPhone. iPhone charger. iPhone charger. iPhone charger. No. iPhone charger. Look, the cable. iPhone cable.
Thank you.
iPhone cable. iPhone cable.
No, I don't have it.
We thank United States of America who gave us the freedom to be here today to protest freely, because it's a democratic nation where you have the right to speak up without being intimidated by the government. So today I am to speak briefly about our leader, Martin Amdekano, and one of our sons, Sandy Boha, and also other political prisoners in Nigeria. As we all know, Amdekano is a pro-Biafra political activist.
No. Yeah.
He's also
Somebody can iPhone. iPhone. Oh, iPhone. Now, iPhone. I need to power my hand.
We have not been able to see his name or what he
Oh, okay.
You can see the passion in him about what was going on in Nigeria. Because the killings and the genocide been going on long time ago in the northern part of Nigeria, and we were not aware of it. He was crying out there for the northerners and for Nigeria that he loved as a country. But as things unfold, he then realized that there's no going back from these murderers and all these killers. He decided to form IPOD. He's not a terrorist. He committed no crime. He has the right to call for a referendum in Nigeria. So today we are here calling the United Nations, calling the United States of America, calling all the world leaders to please do the needful. We are calling all of you to please do the needful. Do what is absolutely necessary for all our political leaders that are arrested by DSS, that are in prison in Nigeria, including our son, Sunday Boha, and other political prisoners.
The best thing is to send somebody on our way back, look for electronic stuff, and just stop, pause, and just back. That's so use.
We
Put
want
it in one of
to
those
release them.
pockets, yes.
They
Put it
committed no crime. You know where the Boko Haram are. You know where all the bandits are. You are part of the corruption. You are the one paying the bandits. You are the one supporting the Boko Haram. And you are the one legally agitating them and putting them into the government. And we are afraid of what they're going to do tomorrow. Because now they have the power and they have the guns. Because they're in the Nigerian military. So we are standing here today asking you, Buhari, Nigerian government, DSS, all of you that have lost your soul, to release the citizens, all the political actors you are holding behind. Release them today. What do we want now? Release Nnamdi Kanu. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Release Sandy Boha. Release Sandy Boha. Release all political prisoners. Release all political prisoners. Release all political prisoners. They committed no. They are not. They are not. They are not.
The reason is this is power. This is power. If I turn it off now, it's not going to be.
I'm not saying you should be alright.
We need a referendum. We need a referendum.
Okay,
So
good.
we want all of you today to know we are not happy. We are not happy for what is going in our beloved, beautiful, wonderful, amazing country called Nigeria. That the Fulani jihadists, the Boko Haram, Buhari government, they have turned it into a Muslim nation.
Okay.
Where anybody they can kill people and go and they are not accountable. There's no question being asked. Anybody can be arrested at any time just for speaking up. So what kind of democracy do we have in Nigeria? That's not a democratic nation. Because people have the right to freedom, right to speak, and and right to voice their voices. So we are calling all of you, please do something. Hello!
That's $300.
Thank you, Dr. Onyeme. That was a powerful. At this point,
The sun is too much.
my sister, barrister,
It's not going.
Akishola, to please address us on the principles of fairness, equity, and justice.
No good.
She's going to address us on the principles of
Okay.
equity,
Yeah,
fairness,
yeah,
and
thank you.
justice.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this one. Okay. Leave it. Because of the power, pick up this thing and do it. Pick up this thing.
So happy, elated to see all our passions and everyone coming out, shouting out, speaking out in defense of ourselves,
Yeah,
in
it's
defense
okay.
of
Yeah,
our
it's okay.
nations.
Whether it's straight or not, that's not a problem.
Within
Thank you.
the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So I'll use this.
Without being, all that have been said really has
Yeah,
eaten up
still do that a
into
little bit.
justice of equity, fairness,
Because of the weight. Yeah,
and
that's okay.
just fairness,
That's okay.
equity, and justice. Those principles.
We have to make it big. No, make it big. Tap this so that this can be this.
Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Okay, use the megaphone. Use the megaphone.
Yeah, you saw one.
Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Use the megaphone. See about that. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, use the megaphone.
Thank you. Thank you, my people. I was saying thanks to everyone who is here present. Thank you to the state of Georgia. Thank you to all our PDs. Thank you to all of you, my people, for coming out and for allowing your passion to reign. Your passion for our nation that resides within Nigeria, the Federal Republic. I'm supposed to be talking in terms of adherence to principles of fairness, justice, and equity. All of them seem to be the same, and they point out to the same thing, meaning equality. Treat A, B, and C the same. We have 3 different tribes, I beg your pardon, 3 major tribes in Nigeria. These are the Igbos, the people who speak Hausa, because they have their different ethnic indigenous languages. And then you also have the Yoruba, the tribe which I belong to. Now, I'm saying the doctrine of equity, justice, and fairness would require that all the Igbos, all the Yorubas, all the Hausas to be treated equally. And what am I saying? When you allow an ethnic group to actually flout the law, the other group must be allowed. And when you do that, of course, there will be chaos in the camp. There will be chaos in the state. There will be chaos in the country. But when you cherry pick, when you pick up discriminately what law or principle you want to exercise, then that means you are unjust, you are unfair, and you are inequitable. And this is what
the Nigerian government, present-day Nigerian government, headed by President Muhammad Buhari, is doing. In fact, he is holding priority and preference to his kings and kids from all over North Africa, West Africa, South Africa, everywhere you can find the AK-47 carrying herdsmen turned terrorists. He is treating them as though they are Nigerians. These people are not Nigerian, and they are being favored. They are being preferred against us. They are carrying out their businesses behind the backs of all Nigerians. They brought in their AK-47 under the guise of being herdsmen, and they go into our towns, they go into our streets, they go into our forests, they go into our farmlands to kill, to rape, to maim, to hold to ransom, to extort people, and to destroy farm products, farmlands, and properties. And the worst of all, subjugating. The worst of all, dispossessing. The worst of all, dispossessing us and robbing us of our economic fairness, justice. We cannot, we the Yorubas, we the Igbos, we the Hausa people, we can no longer go into our farmlands as usual. We can no longer go to plant our crops at the right time. We can no longer even harvest for our mainstay or even for our economic boost, our farm products, because this Tiflanis, this AK-47 carrying herdsmen, enabled by the legislators, enabled by Boko Buhari, enabled by Lai Mohammed, enabled under the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, that is lopsidedly favored to the central government. The central government controls the law enforcement officers. The central government controls the justice department. The central government controls the media. The federal government, who is the central government, they control everything, and they are being constituted highly by these people who are actually ethnic Fulanis, non-indigenous to Nigeria. And anyone who knows me know that I'm an African pride. I love my African brothers and sisters. But I also love and I cherish justice, equal justice, fairness. I also cherish equity. And what does that mean? That means if I go to Senegal, if I go to Ghana, if I go to Uganda, if I go anywhere in Africa, I will be law-abiding. I would not come into your country. I would not come illegally, and I have to be legally processed. I would not make, kill, rape, or allow my brother to do so. And so I am calling on President Muhammad Buhari to be justiciable in treating all the tribes the same. Otherwise, we say no more to Nigeria. The Yoruba say Yoruba nation. The Igbo say Igbo nation. And people in the Lower Niger, they also want their freedom. And the last time I checked, agitation or advocacy for self-determination is a right granted under the United Nations Charter, as well as even the African Union Charter. So I'm calling on everyone to tell President Muhammad Buhari to be fair, to be equitable, to be justiciable, to allow our economy to go on, to thrive, and for all our nations to come up. I say referendum now, referendum now, referendum now. Thank you.
Yes. The genocide. Yeah. And it was a great speech. Ooh, we love it. Hello everyone. Chief Ochuba is going to address us on terrorism and the rehabilitation of terrorists in Nigeria.
Thank you, my good people. I appreciate the effort. We have to understand that freedom is not cheap. We don't get freedom on the platters of gold. Freedom is not cheap. So I thank everyone here for coming out today. I just want to address the call to the contraption Nigerian government to stop the use of Nigerian military and police to suppress, kill, and jail innocent Nigerians. That do seek self-agitation. Self-agitation is not a crime. And there are examples worldwide in the world. The history of Nigeria since 1966 has been marked with misdirected military incursions. It is more so today as we witness the genocide against Christians and indigenous ethnicities. Self-emancipation is a basic human right, and it is inclusive in the human rights provisions of the United Nations Charter, of which every member country of the UN is a signatory, and that includes the Nigerian government and military apparatus that they use to undermine the basic human right provisions. Self-emancipation is everywhere observed in this world. It is respected, be it on individual basis or group. And Nigeria has been allowed for so long to abuse this human right. We applaud the US Congress, the White House, the European Union, and the British government to stop the sale of military-related weapons and also to sanction the Nigerian government. We have witnessed referendum done in Britain with respect to Scotland, and there was no shedding of blood or waste of life of their citizens. Also, we witnessed the British exit from the European Union, and there was no shedding of blood or waste of life. And very near home in Africa, we witnessed the same process happen in Sudan, where Southern Sudan was helped by the international bodies to be a separate entity from the Sudan nation. So there are many examples in the scroll to show our faith. So my fellow comrades, in the pursuit of peaceful resolution, the Nigerian dilemma, we should not relent. Until justice, equity, fairness are attained. This is a task that we must all undertake. It does not stop here today. It does not stop here today. We must regroup, we must build up and continue this effort. And we appreciate our host country, and many of us here are US citizens. We appreciate what we see that made us to seek US citizenship. This is Liberty Plaza. That is the name of this facility here. This is the nation that understands the meaning of liberty to humanity. So we appreciate US. Thank you all.
Let's round it up and start going of tax so that we can move forward.
Very much, Chief Ochuba. So at this point, I'm going to briefly speak to the fact that the sale of weapons to Nigeria is very deadly, and we're calling on the international community to stop selling arms to Nigeria. So one of the reasons why we are here today is to call on the good people of the world to join us to appeal to their government to halt the sale of weapons to Nigeria. Recently, leaders issued a news release calling upon all leaders to stop the sale of arms to the Nigerian government. The alliance alluded to the fact that these weapons are ending up in the hands of terrorists who continue to kill our people in the South and the Middle Belt. The current administration under Muhammadu Buhari made laws to prevent citizens from bearing arms. Therefore, the people have been denied of their right to defend themselves. So we are making this appeal for two reasons. Number one, the current administration under Buhari has been complicit to the spread of terrorism in Nigeria. Prominent Nigerians have described the involvement of the current administration in terrorist activities across the country. There were reports that under the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, that this current administration tried to destabilize that government by inviting Fulanis from outside of Nigeria to make the country ungovernable for him. Also, this government has negotiated with terrorists day in, day out. They have even rehabilitated some of the terrorists and absorbed them into the Nigerian army. Recently, there was a news that those who were called repentant have now gone back to their hideouts and continue their genocide and their killings of our people. Number two, another reason why we're requesting we're requesting the international community to stop selling weapons to Nigeria is that the Nigerian government is using this to oppress the people. The Nigerian government has chased people out of their homes through their sponsoring of terrorism, and at the same time, over 4 million people have been displaced, and the Nigerian government is not helping them out in any way. So we're calling on the international community to please stop selling arms to Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of the speech here, or the speeches here. So we will be marching back to the Centennial Olympic Park. When we get there, we'll have like a couple of more speeches, and then we'll also do some of more chanting, and from there we will call it a day. Thank you.
Plaza, please let us give 3 COSA to the organizers of this rally event, another 3 COSA to Atlanta Police Department officers, men and women, and then another 3 sets of COSA for all of us that are able to make it there. Shall we go? The first 3 sets of COSA for the organizers of this COSA. Let's go. COSA, COSA, COSA. Another 3 COSAs for all the Atlanta Police Department officers, fine men and women, for keeping America safe, for keeping you and I safe, for keeping our President Joe Biden safe, for keeping Vice President Kamala Harris safe, for keeping all of us safe against terrorism of this world. Let us go. COSA, COSA, COSA. Officers, Nigerian people salute you, and other officers of Atlanta, thank you. Another 3 COSA finally for you and I, for making it to this event, whether you live in Atlanta or outside Atlanta. Let us go. COSA, COSA, COSA. Thank you very much.
We go back. We go back.
Okay, people carry the banners. People carry the banner. Please lead us. Lead us. Let's do our formation the same way we did it on our way here. Oh, this thing is. Yes, sir. Shaking it. Oh, yeah, Baba, this thing is not going to stand like this.
No, I was thinking, thank you. Okay, just release it for me. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, my brother.
Okay, let's do the formation and I'll be back.
No. Yeah, time out there. So, check, I'm going to go, but I'm not going. So it's going from here. How long do we have there?
How long?
Yeah.
We're going to be there basically like the first way we're
Okay, so I would follow you guys to get there, and then I'll leave.
Oh, okay, that's
yeah.
No, we truly appreciate you, whatever you do.
So when you I move. Now, let's follow them to that. Then we'll move.
Done well. Thank you so much.
You know? Yeah. Please.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Come on.
Joe Biden, do something. Your silence is killing us. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Well, the rally is winding down. We are heading back to the Centennial Olympic Park where we started. And it's been a beautiful day. We were at the Liberty Square where we had a couple of speeches. And after the speeches, we are heading back. And you see that people turned out to agitate for for referendum in Nigeria. Self-agitation is not a crime. And so our people have gathered in Atlanta, Georgia to agitate for their referendum. So ladies and gentlemen, our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, we are doing what we need to do, and we need everybody to join suit.
Nigerian people say no to terrorism. We say no to genocide. There is genocide going on in Nigeria. There is ethnic cleansing going on in Nigeria. What do you say to genocide? No. What do you say to killing? No. What do you say to killing? No. What do you say to raping in Nigeria? No. Proscribe and declare
Let's move.
Proscribe Yetiala as a terrorist. Even with all the intelligent advice from the American government and law enforcement, Muhammadu Buhari will still not proscribe Yetiala as a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. Muhammadu Buhari is a terrorist. Shout it out. Buhari is a terrorist. Buhari is a terrorist. We thank the Atlanta Police Department and the law enforcement of the United States of America for keeping the people of America safe against terrorism, for keeping President Joe Biden safe, for keeping Vice President Kamala safe, for keeping Sparrow safe, for keeping our president safe. God is a terrorist.
It should be Ngozi. She's hold on, let me find her. I think she's still behind. Hello, Ngozi.
She's not here. She's another gentleman with the train that needs to be picked up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What made that? That's what
Nobody. As you take nobody. something your silence is killing us. And Nigeria, and Nigeria, and Nigeria, and Nigeria, and Nigeria,
Yoruba, I have to go. Yoruba, I have to leave. Okay. Okay.
You slack us down. Fuck it off.
All we are saying, who are in my soul?
Next like I saw you. Yes. Maybe what they will do. No, I can't do it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are actually at the Centennial Park where we started this march. And I think at this point, there's going to be a few speeches before people begin to go home.
But it's been a while there. We've enjoyed it. At least the world is aware of what we're doing. And we call on every Nigerian to participate in this agitation for referendum, because we cannot continue this way. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We'll be ending.
Rain on the mix.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ronú àti sọ́fàbọ̀ ti pẹ́. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ronú àti sọ́fàbọ̀ ti pẹ́. Àsìkò tẹ̀wá ti tó ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ṣẹgbọ́. Àsìkò tẹ̀wá ti tó ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ṣẹgbọ́. Tọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá dìjọ́rò igun ló ń mú. Àsìkò ti tó tẹ̀wé tàgbàtà máa di dàgbà wa. Lọ́wọ́ àwọn amúnisìn o. Mọ̀tò abákẹ́kọ̀ọ́dé ọmọ ọ̀pẹ kí jẹ́bẹ̀ lórí àdúgbò ìdílé. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ó kọ́kọ́ kan nílò nínú. Gbogbo Yorùbá tó bá ń gbọ́ mi lórílẹ̀ ayé pátá. Igi gogoro má fún mi lójú bó ṣe máa ń wí. Àtòkèrè ló yẹ kí olójú ti lọ wáyé. Láti kékeré láti pẹ̀ka ìrókò tó bá yá. Ìbá ti dàgbà ó dájú pé pa òrùlé ká. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ń gbọ́ mi àbí kì í dákẹ́jẹ́. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbáfẹ́ àbíkó àgógó. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ń gbọ́ mi àbí kì í dákẹ́jẹ́. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbáfẹ́ àbíkó àgógó. Kí ló dé táwọn Yorùbá fi ìyà jẹ wá? Ọmọ òpè kí mo fẹ́ forin fọ́gbà yọ̀gà wáráyé. Ìṣọ̀kan tí mo lára ọmọ Yorùbá kí ló dé? Àmúfun ìwẹ́wọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ káwọ́ sàlẹ̀ wọn. Ìwọ̀dàlẹ̀ yìí ti pọ̀ jù ó yẹ kí ẹ jáwọ́. Ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ò lè ládùúgbò kan bí wọ́n tètè gbọ́ tètè. Ẹni bá dalẹ̀ Yorùbá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ dalẹ̀ yìí. Má sojojo kí wọn kó da kókòrò létí tẹ́. Ẹnu ọmọ Yorùbá kì í kó sí mọ rere. Pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ tí mo bá nà ní pàpà ẹni tó bá bá bóyá kíákíá kó lọ tún lè ṣe. Torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ kó lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ń dákẹ́ àbí fi tẹ̀síwájú. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbábẹ́ àyíkò àgbogbo. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe dákẹ́ àbí fi tẹ̀síwájú. Má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbábẹ́ àyíkò àgbogbo. Mọ mẹ́ta ni mo mọ̀ tó ń ja Yorùbá. Òyìnbí sì mọ̀ tó Abíọ́lá ẹ̀jẹ̀ tètè borí sọ. Ẹ̀sìn àjèjì pẹ̀lú ṣètò àfikẹ́ máa gbà fúnra wa. Òjò ní èmi òjò ẹni Yorùbá ń bá ká. Tó bá dọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú wọn kì í pọn mọ́ ìyá wọn. Lọ́wọ́ sábà sọ pé lọ́la nù lájẹ́. Ọmọ Yorùbá lọ̀dàlẹ̀ tó ń dalẹ̀ ara wọn. Ẹ̀sìn àjèjì òjò jẹ́ kẹ́nu wọn lè kó rárá mọ́. Mùsùlùmí pẹ̀lú ẹlẹ́sìn Kírísítẹ́nì ẹ̀ súnmọ́ bí. Ẹ̀sìn ò sọ pé ká gbàgbé orísun èèyàn wa. Jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbí kí n dákẹ́ jẹ́. Máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbábẹ́ àdìgbò àgbogbo. Jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ní àbí kí n dákẹ́ fẹ́. Máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àbábẹ́ àdìgbò àgbogbo. Ó ti yá alágbogbo kí n gbọ́ àgbogbo ìkìlọ̀ ní. Ẹ má lè gbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rere. Alájà ìsìmọ̀tò Abíọ́lá. Paramount kìlò fún àkànní ní gbogbo US pátápátá. Ló sọ pé alágbogbo kí n gbọ́ àgbogbo ìkìlọ̀ ní. Ẹ má lè gbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rere. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ìjáde àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ẹ̀bí. ebi ń pa àwọn aya tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́. Ìyà ń jẹ àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ bí. Ìyà ń jẹ àwọn ọkọ tẹ́ ẹ ní. Ebi ń pa àwọn aya tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́. Torí pé jẹ́ àtẹ̀kọ́ tẹ́ ẹ ní. Ẹ ò dédé jìyẹ̀ mọ́ nítorí Fúlàní fi màálù jókòó sí ajá. Kàkà kẹ́pà rọ́pọ̀dọ̀ fi inú yín. Kẹwọ́ solution sí fúnra yín. Ẹ̀wọ́ bìkítà ẹ̀kọ́ sí ikú. Ó ti wá dọ̀rùn òkú wọlé bọ̀ o. Alágbogbo lù kí n gbọ́. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má lẹ̀ gbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rẹ̀. Ọmọ pẹ̀lú alágbogbo lù kó wọ́n ti. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má lẹ̀ gbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti wá pọ̀ jù pọ̀kẹ́ rí. Fúlàní ti ń jalè àwọn dúkìá wa. Wọ́n ti ń pa pàjùwà lọ́mọdé. Wọ́n ti ń pa pàjùwà lọ́kọ̀ọ́gbẹ́. Wọ́n ti ń pa pàjùwà láyàgbé. Wọ́n ní kó tètè lọ wá owó wá. Ọ̀rọ̀ owó wọn máa pa wọn tí wọ́n jí gbé. Yorùbá ò sọ̀rọ̀ wọn wéwòrán wọn. Lójúmọ́ ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kiri lágbègbè wa. Ìjọba ò sì tètè wá nǹkan ṣe. Nítorí òṣèlú ṣẹráyé yìí bí. Yorùbá ń jìyà lórí ilẹ̀ wọn. Àwọn olónílẹ̀ wọn wá ń ṣẹrú. Àsìkò ti tó ẹ̀dùnjẹ ká gbára wa. Ó ti yá alágogo lù kí n gbọ́. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má gbẹ̀ ọgbà ọba ṣe fọ́n rere. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti sùn ẹ lágogo fún wọn kí wọ́n ó jí. Ó ti yá alágogo lù kí n gbọ́. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má gbẹ̀ ọgbà ọba ṣe fọ́n rere. Fúlàní ń dẹran joko tí a dá. Bàbá tún sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe náà fàbọ́yọ́. Àgàgà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tilẹ̀ pa gbófinró. Olóko ní òjìyà ajẹ́wé ẹ̀yá. Tòtítọ́ lẹ ti sùn ó yẹ kí ebi. Kó tó ti gbé pa òbí bá orómọ. Nígboro ìgbọ̀ngàn ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ojú rí. Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ojú rí. Fúlàní ti fẹ̀mí ṣòfò gan ó ti tó gẹ́. Ẹ̀wò kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan tí a gbọ́. Dr. Aborode dẹ́kun wọn máa jẹ́ kó. N ló bá sọ̀rọ̀ bí kò ti jẹ́ náà. Níṣe ni wọ́n ṣapá ẹ̀rí pé ojú rí. Ìjọba ò sọ̀rọ̀ kankan nígbà yẹn sí. Awárá ẹni tó dìde tó ṣe bí olórí. Sunday Adéyẹmọ ìbò òdìjẹ́ sí. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá rojọ́ kò fẹ́ dà dúró. Ó ti yá alágogo lù kí n gbọ́. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má gbẹ̀ ọgbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rere. Kùnrin ní Símọ̀tù Àbákẹ́ Paramount Green of Waka. Alágogo lù kí n gbọ́. Agogo ìkìlọ̀ ni. Ẹ má gbẹ̀ ọgbọ́ bá a ṣe fọ́n rere. Torí egungun ẹja ni. Ilé kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe é o. Paramount Green of Waka egungun ẹja ni o. Ilé kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe é o. Egungun tí a gbé kọ́ ajá lọ́rùn. Ajá ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù o. Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá. Egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fún wa. Bàbá wa Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́ egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Bàbá wa Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ egungun ẹja ni o. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Olúgbọ́n ilé gbọ́n egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Alákẹ́tìjú ẹ̀ka egungun ẹja ni o. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Olúbàdàn tilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Bàbá wa Ọbásanjọ́ egungun ẹja ni o. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá egungun ẹja ni o. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Egungun tí a gbé kọ́ ajá lọ́rùn. Ajá ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù o. Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá. Egungun ẹja ni. Kíní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fún wa. Adìjàgbara ni. ṣe o. Àjìjàgbara ni o. Kíni kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Aṣíwájú ogun ni. Kíni kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Aṣíwájú ogun ni o. Kíni kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o. Aṣíwájú ogun ni kò gbọ́dọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ máa fi sílẹ̀ o. Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá. Egungun ẹ̀dá ni kíni kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fún wa. Ló jẹ́ ní olókìní tó wọlé tẹ̀kù lóye o. Ó ti di dandan kó dẹran ọbẹ̀ tẹ̀kù ní. Gbogbo Fúlàní.